Hello, Libra. Venus is sextile Quora on the 1st, on May Day. And on the 22nd, Venus opposes Pluto. Now, there could be some, not too much, but some sort of extreme behavior occurring in various realms, and in the emotional and the financial, even the health realm this month. So we're going to go over that. Now, let's see how your ruling planet of Venus affects you this month, Libra. I'm Pastor Rosemary, the Astrology Angel. Thank you for joining us. This is an angelic horoscope transmission from your Libra angel Zuriel, who resides over your cardinal air nature, and these are his messages for you in love, money, and health. First, the love transmission, the priority. In the love transmission, the guardian angel for you, Libra, is Raphael. This is the mighty archangel of air. And Raphael resides over all of the air signs of Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini. Some people think that Aquarius is a water sign. It's not. It's an air sign. All right. So moving right along, the full moon this month in May is in Scorpio. And what that does for you is it sort of gives Libra a feeling in the area of love and romance, even friendship or family, but in the emotional realm, to go for it, because Libra may feel that you've been holding back a bit. And since the full moon's in Scorpio, Scorpio is a very creative aspect. And so this will make you feel that you need to go for it. You really need to go for the gusto. You need to really get out there and do something. Things that you've thought that you wanted to do, again, in the emotional realm, what we're speaking of right now, people you've wanted to connect with, or people you've wanted to try to have some sort of association with or commitment with, or, but something that you've wanted and you've thought about for a while. Now's the time when you're going to feel like you can go for it again because of the full moon on the 3rd of May. It's in Scorpio. On the 7th, Venus will ingress into the sign of Cancer. Your ruling planet will ingress into that sign and start its sojourn through that sign. And that will cause you to want to put your attentions more into your home, relationships, into those people who are right there. Not so much people that are elsewhere, people that you don't know that well. And that doesn't really conflict with what we said earlier, but it refocuses your attentions and your feeling of wanting to go for it back on people who are right there. The friends you already have, the relationships you already have, the spouse or fiancé that you already have. It's just your family, the ones that are there, not the ones that aren't there. So that's what this ingress Venus into the sign of the Crab will do on the 7th. Now, on May 10th, we have Mother's Day. So don't forget that. On the 15th, you're still going to have some dealings with mom and with the maternal side of your family and with the Divine Mother, the feminine aspect of God, the Divine Feminine. This is taught in Christian Kabbalah. Venus in conjunct, not conjunct, in conjunct is challenging Ceres, because Ceres is the Divine Mother. So, when Venus is in conjunct Ceres, you might try to take advantage of mom, but mom really isn't going to fall for it, and it'll just make her upset with you, and if she's already helping you, she might want to help you less and help someone more who's a more appreciative child. So taking advantage of mom this Mother's Day is not going to serve you. And you can try to schmooze her if you want, because everybody likes flattery, but if you schmooze her and you're not sincere, she'll pick up on it, because the Divine Mother isn't stupid. Okay. Now moving to the 17th, there is a new moon in Taurus. And the new moon in Taurus is going to cause friendships to become more important. And that doesn't mean that friendships become more important than family or close romantic relationships that are committed. It doesn't mean that. It means that the definition, and this has been a theme right now, so just something that's coming up a lot right now, is that friendship needs to mean something. Because friendship it used to mean something. And, because people need to understand the difference between an acquaintance and a friend. And and just someone that you met once isn't really even an acquaintance. So things need to be more defined. And the word friendship you're going to find, it's not anything that we're saying has to be, it's just the planetary aspects are putting this through. And the angelic realms are putting this through. So basically what they're saying is friendships have to have something substantial to earn the word friend. Because friendship started to mean acquaintance, or worse than that, someone that one can abuse and then doesn't make any demands on them. So that's not going to fly anymore. That's not friendship, that's just abuse. So, or taking advantage of somebody in a way that's, not reciprocated properly. Because when things aren't reciprocated properly, everything falls apart and becomes rather toxic. And these relationships become toxic. Something has to be, there has to be a give and take. It's kind of like building a friendship has to kind of be like building a substantial brick wall. And then it means something. Or a home, or whatever. You have to build. All right. So that's the message coming through from Zuriel, your teaching angel that Raphael speaks through. And that's on the 17th with the new moon in Taurus. Because in Taurus, the I have sort of is a little bit, just a little bit held back, and the energy of that. And so you don't have to necessarily have something in order to have friends. In other words, if you don't have money to buy friends, you can build friendships through works and behavior and caring for one another in a proper way. That's what it means. All right, now, on the 29th, Venus square Cora, that is going to take this extreme aspect that Zuriel talked about earlier when in May Day, when Venus is sextile Cora, and that's going to cause people to say that, we're going to have a bit of a debate or a contest of some kind, a structured contest with people who are interested in all or nothing behavior. What people might think is extreme behavior, just all or nothing behavior. So that aspect will kind of take that form at that time. It will mutate or change that way as God's great clock moves, that facet of the clock moves. Now, going into the money transmission from Zuriel, your teaching, Raphael, your guarding angel, comes through, your teaching angel, Zuriel specifically for you, Libra. The money aspect on May Day, the 1st, this extreme behavior in business because of Venus sextile Cora. Beware of overly aggressive behavior. Be assertive. You don't need to be aggressive if you can be assertive. Some people have been getting upset and they've been using off-color language sometimes when they try to communicate. But what you need to understand is if you're unable to think with intelligence and have the intelligence to speak and just throw throw around off-color words constantly with a lot of aggression, that just means you're scared. And that's understandable, but what you need to do is stop and calm down and speak in a more intelligent and coherent manner, and then people will be able to do business with you. And that's going to come up a lot on May Day, on May 1st, in matters of money, finance, business, doing business with people, those situations. Okay, on the 10th, on Mother's Day, Venus is in conjunct Saturn. So you want to beware when in conjunct, not conjunct, in conjunct. You want to beware. That's it's a challenging aspect, where a conjunct is something where you can have a more helpful aspect or assistance. But in conjunct means it's challenging. You're not getting assistance. So on the 10th, Venus in conjunct Saturn, beware of using mom, because this will cause the general flow to want to go against mom and take from her, and to get rid of some of the laws that are put in place to help mom. And you may think you're getting away with it, but by the time you get to Venus square Quora, that's when real contests will come up with people who are trying to help mom. And at that point, or the divine mother, that divine aspect, and at that point, there'll be a structured contest. See, what I'm trying to say is you can't, people think that if you can do away with something, it's done away with forever. That's not the case. And anything you go to war with becomes stronger. The war on anything becomes stronger. The war on women get stronger. The war against this, that, and the other thing, it just gets stronger. The war on drugs just get more plentiful. Whatever you go to war with, whatever you try to fight against, you just have more and more and more of it. So just understand that, and you'll understand why nothing can forever be wiped out. Because the minute you strike it down, it comes back stronger, always. Okay, so that's for financial. And don't forget, on the 15th, there's a Venus in conjunct, challenging Ceres. Again, this sort of massive, sort of Venusian energy against mom. But there's a lot of other aspects that are for mom that are very powerful planets. So be careful of Venusian aspects of Libra and Taurus, because that's, there's other aspects working for mom, and you're going to end up getting your foot caught in the door. If you try to get your foot in the door and take advantage of mom, it gets slammed on you, because mom's had it, to be quite frank. All right, now, health matters. On the 1st, the aspect of Venus sextile Quora, some intense conditions from coming to you from your teaching angel Zuriel to you, Libra, specifically intense conditions of the kidneys, the spine, the larynx, and the thyroid. So you want to nurture your throat and your solar plexus chakras. Okay, again, your throat and your solar plexus chakras, to try to heal and nurture, because these are some intense energies. You don't want to overdo, because you might have some intense conditions, again, come up in the kidneys, the spine, the larynx, or the thyroid. All right? And on the 7th, when Venus has an ingress into Cancer, on the 7th, the sign of the crab, and this is going to cause a time when you may want to, this will be helpful to you, actually, helpful, not challenging, to seek healing of the high heart chest area, the breast and high heart, the thymus gland, which is in control of your immune system. You want to do things to increase your immune system and help your immune system and cleanse the body. And there's some excellent aloe vera drinks that you might want to indulge in, that's helpful for those kind of healings. particularly, I just eat aloe vera plants. We have them growing in our backyard. I sometimes make concoctions with ginger and aloe vera and mix some honey in there, and sometimes with honey, sometimes not. You can also make aloe. You can soak it in vinegar and salt, and it's very good. You chop it up and soak it in vinegar and salt and eat it. It's very good. And aloe heals an amazing amount, and just the vibration of the aloe vera plant heals an amazing amount of difficulties. So this is a good month for that. You might want to check with your local licensed naturopath or homeopathic physician, your chiropractor, or your acupuncturist they have their own special herbs. Faux tea is a very good herb to take if you're trying to clear the body of blockages. But again, you want to check with your naturopath, homeopathic physician, or your licensed acupuncturist. Because these modalities are extremely helpful, and some of them do moxibustion, which is very helpful, or acupressure. It's all very helpful, and it's much better to prevent than to try to fix something after it's all messed up. It's much better and much easier to prevent something. Okay. All right, Libra. Now we're going to get to your afterglow and highlight some of the aspects this month that may be important for you. Again, on the 1st, Venus sextile Cora. And on the 7th, Venus ingress Cancer, the sign of Cancer, the crab. Oh, remember, on the 3rd, there's a full moon in Scorpio. On the 10th, Venus in conjunct Saturn. Don't take advantage of Mom. On the 15th, Venus in conjunct Ceres. Don't take advantage of Mom. On the 22nd, Venus opposing Pluto. That could be a little bit of a rough day when Libra has to take their collective unconscious dark side, shadow side into account and own up to it, own it. And on the 25th, Venus square Uranus. And on the 29th, Venus square Cora. And that'll be a good day for debate between people who are established and people who are maybe kind of all or nothing or kind of extreme in their behavior. Okay. Thank you, Libra. Thank you for joining us. I'm Pastor Rosemary, the Astrology Angel, and join us again next month.